Adrian ripped the phone out of my hand so fast it scraped the skin off my knuckles. A kid in the airport gasped. My mom ran over and hugged him. That was the moment something inside me shifted. And the moment everything in our family quietly began to fall apart. People think breaking points are loud. But mine? It happened silently. Right between a smoothie kiosk and a row of uncomfortable airport chairs. My brother Adrian, 27 years old, dramatic since birth, stormed up red-faced, trembling, and snatched my phone right out of my hand. My knuckles stung. People stared. And my mom rushed straight past me. "Sweetheart, breathe. You know how sensitive your brother is," she whispered to him. Sensitive. That was her word for a grown man who threw tantrums like a toddler. Meanwhile, I, Elaine, was the reliable one. The fixer. The steady daughter who never needs anything. Which is code for dump it on her. She won't complain. And I hadn't complained. Not when I paid my parents' AC repair bill. Not when I cooked Thanksgiving alone while Adrian recharged. Not when I covered all the surprise expenses that became routine. This New York trip was supposed to be different. Adrian dramatically announced at a barbecue that he wanted to treat the family. My parents practically toasted him like he won an award. But the credit card charges told the truth. Mine. Always mine. And in that airport, with scraped knuckles and a mother comforting a man who'd just ripped something from me, a question formed quietly inside me. What happens if I stop being the dependable one? I didn't know it then, but that question would set everything in motion. I walked away. Not dramatically. Just enough to get out of the blast zone. Airports are loud, but everything around me suddenly felt muted, like someone had dunked me underwater. I stood near the vending machines and saw my reflection in the metal panel. Calm on the outside, cracked beneath it. This wasn't about the phone. This was about years. Years of driving everyone to appointments. Years of funding emergencies. Years of being praised for needing nothing. My dad bragged to the neighbors. Adrian's taking us to New York. Finally doing well. I stood there holding the groceries I paid for. And nobody questioned any of it. In that airport corner, a realization finally landed. If I didn't value myself, they never would. My phone buzzed. A message from my mom. "Come back. Your brother is upset. Don't make this worse." Worse? For who? For the first time, I didn't automatically fold. I opened our trip reservation, just to confirm a suspicion. 4 names. 1 payment method. Mine. Seeing it in writing didn't make me angry. It made me calm. A level, unshakable calm. Peace built on silence isn't peace. It's debt. And I was done paying. So a thought slipped into my mind. Soft at first, then surprisingly clear. What if I took the trip alone?
No tantrums.
No walking on eggshells.
No emotion el babysitting.
Just me. Then the second thought hit. What if I stopped funding their chaos altogether? My hand hovered over the Modify Trip button. And then I tapped it. A small action with massive consequences. The airline asked if I wanted to adjust passengers on the booking. I selected my name. Then I unchecked the other 3. My parents. My brother. A simple tap, but it felt like cutting ropes I hadn't realized were tied around my whole life. The refund processed. Straight to my card. It wasn't revenge. It was reclamation. Hotel? Cancelled. Broadway tickets? Cancelled. Freedom Tower reservation Adrian wanted for his life-changing moment? Cancelled. 1 ticket remained. Mine. My phone buzzed again. This time from my dad. "Come back. We need to talk." For the first time, I didn't feel obligated to obey. When I walked back toward the gate, my family stared like I'd broken some unspoken contract. "There she is," Adrian said. "You made Mom cry." I didn't sit. I didn't apologize. "I'm not going with you," I said. My dad frowned. "What are you talking about?" Adrian scoffed. "Elaine, stop making this about you." But it was about me. I pulled up the cancellation receipt and showed them. I paid for everything. And I cancelled your tickets. Their faces went blank, then furious, then scared. You can't do this. Adrian yelled. We don't have money for new flights. I know, I said. You never do. My dad stepped forward. You fix this. Now. No, I said. Not anymore. For once, they didn't have a script ready. The boarding announcement echoed overhead. My group. Mom grabbed my wrist. Elaine, please, we're family. Family. A word they used like a leash. You've never listened, I said. Not when it mattered. I stepped forward. If you walk away, don't expect us waiting when you crawl back, my dad warned. I turned. I'm done crawling. The agent scanned my ticket. A small beep. And just like that, I walked onto the plane, leaving their expectations behind in the terminal. But what happened after I landed? None of us could have predicted. When I landed in New York, I didn't check my phone. Not yet. Not after everything. Eventually, I powered it on. Dozens of messages. Fix this. Call me now. You abandoned us. But I hadn't abandoned them. I'd stopped abandoning myself. The next 5 days were mine. Walking the Brooklyn Bridge at sunrise. Exploring museums at my own pace. Seeing a Broadway show without managing anyone else's emotions. On my last morning, I got an email, long, emotional, written by both of my parents. An apology. A real one. The kind I'd stopped hoping for years ago. I replied. I need time. I'll reach out when I'm ready. No anger. Just boundaries. When I finally returned home, everything felt different. I left that airport as the version of myself they created. I came back as the version I chose. And I learned something I should have learned years ago. Peace doesn't come from keeping quiet. It comes from finally speaking for yourself. If this story hit you in the chest, tell me, which part felt the most like you? And where are you watching from? If you're into stories where karma finally shows up, revenge, betrayal, payback, all of it, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want more twists like this on your feed, don't forget to subscribe. I've got plenty more where this came from.